Right guys, hello and welcome. In this video, I'll be showing you how you clean your PlayStation 5. All I'll be doing is showing you how to release the casing, getting the stuff off, and also cleaning out and removing the fan. So this is pretty much just a basic beginner guide of how to get into the most easiest parts of the PlayStation 5. In this video, I'll be using, this is optional. This is came with my Hoover. So I'll be using that. And also, this would probably be necessary if you haven't got the right keys for there's about 4 screws you need to get out. I can put the link on the description of where I got this from. I got it from Amazon, but there's the name there if you wanna find that. It is this one here. You'll be needing this kind of key to get because it's a really small screw. So anyways, let's get into it. Right, so first things first, you got to get the case off. So when you see this PlayStation sign here, you grab this corner here. I've got a bit of arthritis, so I'm gonna have to do a little shunt here. And there we go. And then you get that off. As you can see, you got all this dust here that you can clean afterwards. I'll just put that to the corner there. And then you got this dust here. So just remove this with a Hoover because you'll be coming back around this area anyway. So come and take this bit out here. So it doesn't have to be 100% Hoover because I'm going to come back to this side anyways, just at the very end to give it a general better clean up. But then what you want to do is turn the baby round. And if I remember correctly, should be this bit here. Oh no, it's this corner here. There we go. So to remember, it's the opposite of the disc area on the other corner. So you just pull the side up and push. Do that there. Now this bit here, just going to give it a general little clean and then I'm going to clean it a bit better in a minute. All right guys, now we're going to start taking this bit off so then we can access the area to get the fan out. Also, I wanted to just give an additional benefit if you guys have a canister that has like pressurized air that you can also use with the Hoover just to get that extra dust out. That is also a great idea. So if you can, just go to your local store, grab a pressurized air canister. You should be able to push out that harsh and stubborn dust that doesn't come out sometimes. Right, moving on. With this bit, what you want to do is just come to this corner here and pull. And that's all you need to do. Pretty simple. Put it to the corner there. And now you've got access to these 2 screws that you wouldn't have unless you take that off. Now you want to grab your thing here. Also, it comes with a nice little dusty bit, so you can like push the dust into the Hoover to help you out. Right, guys. So the one you want is the T8 or the T7. I think the T8 works the best if you have a look now. What I normally do when I get these screws out, I leave them to the side the way I looked at them on here. So, for example, you got these right, and when I take them out, I leave them in the same square organization so I can, because they're different lengths, so it's easier to just leave them from the eye view. So this one will be there, this one will be there, this one will be, and so on, right? So that's what I do with these screws here. I'll just leave them in the corner there. Now all you got to do is just remove this little casing here. It's got a bit of dust in there, so just take that off with the Hoover in a minute. And now this is the bit where you need to be just a little bit careful. You just remove this little, there's a little sticker here. It re-sticks, so every time I've taken it out, it sticks back on. So just leave that to the side there. And then you've got this bit here, which is important to remove the fan. Right, guys, so with this little box that you get, you also get some tweezers here, which are quite useful for this. If you haven't got tweezers, I'm guessing you could probably use some that you've got, in the bathroom or toilet. You've probably got some around. But what you want to do is you want to be very careful with the wires here, because if you damage the wires, then the fan might stop working. So you want to get a good hold of the side here, just a good grip, and you just want to wiggle it, right? Just wiggle it gently, and then it should slowly and surely, without trying to damage anything. It should come off. And then once I've got it a little bit out, pull it with my fingers there. And there we go. And that's how you get this part out here. Then you just take it off these little bits here. Be very gentle with the fan here, the wires. There we go. And there we go. You can just pull this out like that. Nice and easy. And that's your fan there. It's not looking too bad, actually. I do clean it. Not looking too bad there. I do clean it once in a while. So I keep my PlayStation nice and healthy. Right, on this bit. So we're going to be going inside here and basically just cleaning in and out of these gaps here, especially this cob. I don't know what this is called, but it's made out of copper, I believe. But that's where it stores quite a bit of dust there, and I want to get that out, which you wouldn't be able to do if you didn't get the fan out. So, and you got some more areas inside there, which I'll be able to get with the Hoover. Right, guys, moving on. I'm just gonna basically just Hoover all the dust out. Also, what you guys want to do is grab also anywhere there's like, these holes here, these gaps, and your USB, your HDMI slots. Also use the Hoover in those areas. Anywhere you see any like gaps and holes, just put the Hoover there and suck it up. Anywhere where you got especially these bits here, these bits, great place to just Hoover all the dust out. Also, guys, a good little trick, whilst you put the brush inside here, you see the holes. You see the holes right here. It's from the other side, right? So you want to put the Hoover here, so it's sucking, whilst you then brush these little this copper thing here, so then it can catch all the stuff that goes loose. I'll show you what I mean.
As I take your hand and lead you to the dance floor, as the music dies, something in your eyes calls to mind the silver screen and all its sad goodbyes. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm, though it's easy to pretend. I know you're not a fool. I should've known better than to cheat a friend and waste the chance that I've been given. So I'm never gonna dance again the way I danced with you.
Right, guys, once you've done with the PlayStation, you can then do the fan here. So you got the fan where you want to get the brush all in the inside. You flip it over. This is probably the hardest bit to get access to, but you can also get that access through the side here. And you can really just get the brush into the sides there with the Hoover right next to it. And here we go.
Time can never mend the careless whispers of a good friend to the heart and mind. Ignorance is kind. There's no
All right, guys, sorry about the lighting. I had to go somewhere, so I've come back later on during the day and the lighting's not like it was before. But what you want to do now, once you've hoovered out most of the debris there, you see it's looking pretty clean there. But what you can do if you want to be more, clean, give it a better cleaning. So you see these white areas here. This is the stubborn dust. This is like the sticky dust. So if you want to get these out, the best way you can do that, I have these, which I'll also put in the description, these cleaning wipes, and they're made for, glasses. You got glasses, you got camera, you got your laptop, phone, whatever, right? And also it helps with dust. So in one of the things here, it says good with dust as well. So you can get these on Amazon, they're pretty cheap and it comes with 100. So once you get these out, a good little trick I like to do is just put it, if you've got a little brush or a pencil or, like the end of like a spoon or a fork or whatever, just cover it up like that with this here. Fold it up. And there we go. And then what you want to do is just go in those areas, you see? Clean it up nicely there. It should collect all the dust there. If you look at that, see how much cleaner that is compared to the other ones? And look at the dirt on there. So if you want to you don't have to, I don't think it's needed, but if you want to, make it look brand new or almost brand new, that's the best way to do it. Get these little cleaning wipes. You can also do it inside your PlayStation where they got the, the sticky stuff as well in here. You can just go around like that. Obviously, just avoid any any where you see wires and things like that, just to be safe, But this is the good way to do it.
In the truth, the pain is all you find. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet ain't got no rhythm. Though it's easy to pretend, I know you're not a fool. I should've known better than to cheat a friend and waste the chance that I've been given. So I'm never gonna dance again the way I danced with you.
And there we go, guys. Once you've done that, you can then see it's pretty much very clean. Like, you probably have the tiniest bit of dust in there. Like I say, you don't really need to use the wet wipe and things like that, but it really does help give it that extra clean, like you can see there. What you can also do the same thing with these bits here. Just get all that dust out of there. Already hoovered this bit, but there's a slightly bit of sticky dust in this area, so helps get that little sticky dust out of the way. Especially these bits are the bits that collect a lot of dust, so this is probably the best one to use the wet wipe on. This is the most visible spot on the PlayStation to get dust, so good to give this a little clean, Don't need to go super crazy on it, but you know what I mean. There we go. And there we go. It should be pretty much nice and clean there. Now moving on to the boards, I leave them for last. It's just easier. You can you see the dust in these areas here. Just give it a nice clean, and then you can also put a wet wipe through it or use a wet towel, just to give it a nice little clean. I'm just going to use the wet wipe, and don't lose this. This is the sticker for the back. Just put that somewhere safe. Right, guys, we're done. We're ready to now put the PlayStation together. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Just, as you can see, I've got the 4 screws here. I was obviously hoovering next to the area. Just be careful that you don't hoover these pieces up, obviously. So if you're a bit clumsy like me sometimes, it's not a good idea that I kept these so close to the hoover's proximity, but you can always keep them distance away. All right, let's get this baby back on together. All right, there we go. Now we just want to put this bad boy in, get it in like that, line it up with the wires. Just don't forget to put this bad boy on top. It's happened to me before where I've screwed it in and I forgot to put this on top, so don't make that mistake. Put these wires in through here. Just be gentle with them like before, remember. And then you can just push it in. Just make sure you don't push on the wires, just push on the 2 edges so you don't damage the wires. And then just push them in like that. Should make a little Nice little connection there. There we go. And you can grab your little sticker, just smack it back on there, put a bit of pressure on it, just like brand new. There we go. And again, guys, if you want to, you can put a bit of wet wipe around the PlayStation outside area. Just be careful not to put any in next to the wires, just in case, you know. And in the back where the motherboard is. So just be careful with that, not to get any moisture on there. These ain't like proper wet. They're just like slightly, moist. But anyways, but I won't be putting it along here just because I've done a pretty good job of cleaning it anyways. And I didn't get too much dust on this area, so. Right, and then you remember you got these organized in order. So you got this here. It's going to go in here. This one goes in here. That one in here. And as you can tell, they're all different sizes, right? You see that? So that's why it's important to remember where they go. So I just keep them in a squared order the way they come out, just to I don't have to have the trouble of figuring it out later. All right, and then we just screwed them in. There's not much of a trick with this, but I normally do corner to corner. As an engineer, that's what I used to do. So it's just as a habit of mine, I just go to corner to corner. That's what I used to do with when I used to go on construction sites. So there we go. And boom. Just don't tighten it too much. You don't want to wear them out. Just give them a nice little pinch and that's it. There we go. And then you can grab this bad boy and you just clip it back in. Here's the trick with this. You want to just put them in like that, both the corners, and then press it in. Don't be scared. It won't snap. Just make sure you put both the corners in and then you just push it in and just push it up and then push it in like that. Nice and easy. Right. What I will do though is because it laid flat on here and there was some dust in this, I will clean this side whilst it's standing up. So I will do that. Just to give it a nice little wipe down like that. Whilst I'm at it, I might as well clean the outside right now. Probably get some fingerprints on there again, but hey ho. Now again, if you want to, you can, but dust always leaves like a mark, so I like to clean it out a little bit. It's just my preference, you know. It leaves the marks of the PlayStation where it's been on attached. You just go around and give it a nice little. The marks won't come off 100%, but I'm sure if you get like a warm towel, a bit damp, and it should come off. You have these little bits the most. These bits are the most. They collect the most dust in the little cracks they have here. So if you just and these little bits here, you see, just go around these areas and just collect the dust there. The Hoover should have done most of the work anyways. So all right, guys, to put it back on, just lay it flat. You just mark up the same way it's on. And you just slide it up like this. And then it should just click like that, nice and easy. And then you do the other side. There we go. And then you click it, should click down here. And then you push up. And there we go. And that's it, guys. And that's how you clean your PlayStation 5. Nice and clean there, no dust at all. Pretty nice. And this is how you keep your PlayStation alive for a few more years. Look after it. They will do the job if you take care of it. So thank you for watching the video, guys. If you like videos like this, hit the like, hit the share. And if you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button. Peace. Yeah.